just me or is there spinach in it? There's spaghetti models and empty rum bottles, and sometimes Louis says hi. Hey, Louis. But you don't get no hurries and don't have no worries, cause we're drunk donkey nationwide. Everybody now. Mike's where the page. You know he'll be tracking every move that makes. You know it's Mike's where the page. You know he won't let us all get blown away.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning. A little jamming today. A little tiki bar.
Did I ever tell you the story of the drunk donkey?
Drunk donkey.
Once upon a time, there was this weather woman.
Hey, what's up, Chris? Good morning, everybody. We'll be live in a second.
Stay kind of quiet, but you know you're watching Mike's page. So put your phone head shirt on, watch it live on your phone, and drink drunk donkey beer all day. You go down Mike's web page. You know he'll be tracking every move that makes. You know it's Mike's web page. You know he won't let us all get blown away.
All right, let's get this party started. If it is a party. Let's turn off the buttons here and say goodbye to Andy. Thanks for jamming, Andy. We love you. All right, there we are. Cool. I think we're working. We live. I see buttons. I see music. I see stuff. What's up? All right, we working. It's Friday. TGIF. A little bit of something still brewing in the tropics. Tyler just woke up. What's up, Tony? Lots of rain in Austin. Teresa, did you see the picture of the Ark? Somebody shared me a picture of the Ark with a Texas flag, and it had flames on the front of it. It looked pretty sexy. It was the NASCAR version of the Ark. All right, so good morning. Hey, you guys found us. This is Mike's weather page. Since 2009, we've been on Facebook. 2004, the website was born. Our born on date. Remember that? Budweiser, born on date. Mark Hall, yeah, what's up? Spaghetti Models, Big Meatballs. What's up, Brian Elliott on YouTube? Brantley had a thunderstorm. Yep, we've been slowly getting the storms. Hey, it's kind of the rainy season. Not everybody's going to get it. Some get it, some don't. My mom and dad live about 2-3 miles from here, and they had an inch of rain 2 nights ago. We had nada. Texas is gathering 2 of every animal. It's going to be a party. Hey, the rain's going to Louisiana, though. I got bad news for Louisiana. It looks pretty wet the next couple days in Louisiana. Sorry to say. I hate it. Louisiana gets everything. They get it all. All right, so the song had Louis in it. Sometimes Louis says hi, so we're gonna keep Louis in it today. Good morning, Charnel. How are you? What's up, Ashley, Jesse? Got a lot of YouTubers today. Steven, is that right? Steven from Crescent City. What's up? Tropics are slowly brewing. We'll get everybody back once we get that first threat here of a storm. I don't like to use the word threat. When we get the first chance of a storm. I think I just spit out a piece of carrot. Hey, Loretta Reed. What's up, David Phillips? All right, so you know it's Friday. Fridays, a lot of people don't work on the weekend. You know what that means. Friday night, ABC, fine wine and spirits. Even Louis is looking at it. He's like, spirits. So, big shout out to ABC. We love them to death. They support all of us here in Drunk Donkey Nation. Check them out here in Florida. And then if you didn't know, you can buy Hurricane Hunter. Hurricane Hunter. Mike's Weather Page beer from Big Storm Brewing. They have a location. You type it up. You can see all the stores that have it. Look at that. Carolwood's got it. Town and Country's only got 1 4-pack left. And there's 7 in Kennedy Boulevard. So, pretty neato. They're scattered around the state. So big props to ABC for for selling the official beer of hurricane season. Jeff said he's ready to go. Hurricane Bruce. Hey, you know what today is, by the way? This is funny. Today's National Donut Day. So what did I do? I Googled hurricane donuts, and look what popped up. A Hurricane Irma donut. So there you go. We have an official donut of hurricane season right there. It's shaped like a hurricane. So happy National Donut Day. Whatever that means. There's a bunch of free donuts out there in the world. All right, so I'm going to talk about CSU released their updated hurricane. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. There is some tropics brewing. I'm going to go right into tropics, and then we'll talk about general weather. So this is the season, so I'll try to keep it tropics right away. Right, Louis? Louis missing his brother. Emily's last day of school today, by the way. Everybody fall asleep. So she's got Hunter today. We were fighting over Hunter, so I took Louis today. All right, you ready to get down? You can say goodbye to everybody. Shake bye-bye. Bye, everybody. He's a good boy. Happy Friday. He is so cute. Look at, he's just a good boy. Look at him. He's 3 years old. Look at that boy. He's just a boy. Wish you wasn't so hyper. Now I gotta get the dog hair off. Hey, well, thanks for the stars. All right, so we're gonna get right to tropics. Hey, first and foremost, I gotta do a shout out here. Oh man, my chat's not popping up. Anyway, all right, so big shout out here to Frank Dalton, Coastal Claims. We talk about them a lot. They're big fans of our website, and they're located here in Florida, but they serve all Southeast. He's a big supporter of Mike's Weather Page, and if you need any help getting money from insurance companies, these are who you call. So lots of great customer referrals and reviews, but great company. If you have any type of damage, hopefully not hurricane damage, but you need a public adjuster to fight for you to get all the money. Insurance company might give you $1,000. They might come back and get like $5,000. Who knows? But water damage, storm damage, smoke damage, fire damage, any kind of damage, they fight for you. So we appreciate them supporting our page and being Drunk Donkey fans. So if you're in the Southeast, give them a call if you need help getting money. We all love money. Money buys beer. Beer and whiskey. Here is the water chart. So what is going on? Well, nothing, because CSU yesterday updated their season predictions, and they haven't backed down on an above average season. So what we've seen over time is the water temperatures change quick, but they're cooling off a lot. I mean, it's definitely cooler now than it was last year at this time. Last year we had all yellows and oranges, meaning above average. So just a little tidbit I've been watching. I mean, it's not a major thing, but could slow down intensity of early season storms. Waters are definitely warm enough to support tropical development. So not really sure if it's a big deal or not. I just know it's 80 degrees off Clearwater Beach, and that's chilly. Hey, Joel, appreciate that, buddy. Glad. I hope you. It's kind of like it's a show. It's the Daily Brew. You know. We talk. Hey, if you're local, by the way, tomorrow my buddy Dennis Phillips, local ABC Met, the suspender guy. He's doing his beer reveal at the Crooked Thumb. Now, the Crooked Thumb is in Safety Harbor. And short story, one of the owners there, the Eatons, really great people. They play softball with us. So we go there quite a bit, Crooked Thumb, because it's right by the softball fields. But anyway, Dennis is going to be there tomorrow. So look him up on Facebook, Dennis Phillips. I might be there to see him. He's doing a meet and greet. So go say hi to Dennis if you want to meet Dennis. I might be there too. I think it's like 3 to 5 or something. I don't know. I'll look it up. Just Google Dennis Phillips on Facebook, and we'll see. In fact, let's look real quick, just because now that I mentioned it, I know we have a lot of local Florida people that love Dennis Phillips. So let's see when he'll be there, and then we'll get into tropics. All right, Dennis Phillips. Hey, let's see what time it is. He is going to be there 3 to 5 p.m. tomorrow at the Crooked Thumb. So go say hi to Dennis, because he supports us a lot. All right, so the tropics. Listen, 5 days. Listen, everybody thinks I hype. I don't hype ever. But we like to look long range in the tropics. 5 days, look at that. Nothing's brewing. We did talk a lot about this tropical juice. We got a low pressure over here, and we got a big flow of moisture here. So this general area we talked about last week was little hints of tropical wave action, but we never really talked about it a lot. But as far as development goes, but you are getting tropical juice for Texas and Louisiana. Low here spinning in, obviously counterclockwise, this mixing with tropical moist air, and that's what you got. And I posted here a little bit of a graphic, just so you know, and then we'll go right into tropics. Well, it's on there. You can see it right over. I do a lot of posts. There we go. So there's the graphic I did this morning, and you can see today's rains today, and then tomorrow it shifts a little bit more to Louisiana, and Sunday, Louisiana, Mississippi. So the high pressure is kind of moving around a little bit, but there you go. That's the story. But as far as tropics go, all right, so long range, here's what we got. There is signs that we still have this area down here to watch the following weekend. This is on the NOAA Global Hazard site, so they'll do an update one soon. We'll see if they still think of anything, but there is. Let's show you the latest models here. Let's just jump right into the ensembles. Main operational runs, let's look at them. That's what we used to always do. So the main runs on tropicaltidbits.com shows this. All right, so generally speaking, let's fast forward to next Friday. Here we go. Next Friday, whole lot of uncertainty, but low pressure definitely in the area, and the latest GFS pops the system way over yonder on Sunday the following week. Now, it's been all over the place. The 00Z overnight model run kind of develops a Pacific system. This is next Sunday. Low pressure kind of, pulls it up over time. This is a general pattern that we see in this area early in the season. Here's another one brewing. So it's very consistent with trying to develop something the following weekend, but it is so sporadic with where there's absolutely no reason to be concerned at this point, other than aware that, hey, we could have some Gulf moisture the following weekend, more like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It looks like the following weekend looks okay. It could be more something like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So there's that. This time of year, I know I show it all the time, but we get a lot of people that don't get to see it all the time. Here's typical where everything starts this time of year, so that's very common. Ensembles are showing this. Let's look at the European ensembles. Now we're getting right into that 10-day window. Hey, Billy from Cape Canaveral. Billy offered me to park in his front yard, man, so we could watch the Cape last year. What's up, Jennifer, over on YouTube? Lord Andrew. It's raining in Florida. Coastal rains again. Look at this. Coastal rains skirting the coast. Everything's flowing north today. That's live radar. Same pattern as yesterday. Everything's kind of doing that, and then by the end of the day, it starts doing that. So coastal rains on both sides of the state. Look at that. BOGO. So yeah, enjoy those morning rains. For sure. Let me close the windows here. All right, so we're going to show, oh boy, there's a lot of ensembles. All right, so we're going to show, what the heck button am I trying to find here? Gulf to Mexico, I guess. I would just leave it there. Cool, man. Just keep the shrimp away. Isaiah. What's up, Karen? How's it going from St. Croix? Thank you for tuning in. We'll be talking about you guys soon enough when the tropics start heating up. Hey, what's up, Eric? How's it going, man? You got any Dodge Got any car shows this weekend? How about the Yankees and Rays yesterday, Eric? A complete game for Yarborough. That was great. Anybody watch College World Series too? That was pretty exciting. Tight game, man. And pitchers 70 miles an hour. Shanna asking about Clearwater. Looks pretty good. I think all this stuff brewing is going to happen more after the following weekend. I cannot be trusted alone, Shelly. All right, so here's what we got. So ensembles. Let me tell you a little bit about ensembles. I hate our regulars. I have to hear the same crap all the time. But so they're showing UFOs on Fox right now. Do you guys believe in UFOs? It's on Fox News right now. They're showing all the UFOs. My mom swears she saw one in the 50s. I don't know. You got to believe your mom. Moms don't lie, right? All right, so good mentor of mine, Mike Clay here, Bay News 9, pointed out to me years ago to not get so wrapped up in operational runs. Operational runs are those individual 6Z, 12Z, 00Z, 18Z runs, and look at more ensembles. And it makes sense. Ensembles are all the little brains of the Euro. So this is the Euro. There's 51 little brains of the Euro. So that's what we're looking at. And when you start to see more and more consistently, not like one run to the next, but like now we've been talking about this for 3 days. I need a shrimpy shirt, Chris. Yep. I survived East of Ia. I got my Ray shirt on too, by the way. I think I wore this on Wednesday, but guys know what I'm talking about. This is only a 1 day old shirt, man. So I can wear it a good another 2-3 days. But here's the inside. So here's 10 days. All right, 10 days out. This is next 14th, which is 10 days. That would be following Monday. So again, all this looks like it's brewing a little bit past next weekend. But 10 days. But then we go 12 days, starting to get a little bit more ensembles. 14 days, obviously a lot, and then 15 days. So, like I said, not guaranteed, but Pacific side or Gulf side, we can definitely see something brewing. So all I do like this time of year is I wake up in the morning, thank God, and especially depending on how I drink the night before, and I watch for consistency, and there wasn't any more. I guess there was maybe a tad bit more support for something developing, but there wasn't like any breaking news we're going to have something in the tropics. So, but that's what people like to do here. So there you go. So the Euro, pulling it a little bit farther, these operational runs from the GFS keep showing over here, right? Well, all the European ensembles is here. So we can't get wrapped up in that 1 or 2 runs the GFS had. But what that's showing is consistency. Now we go to the latest, I don't think the 6Z ran yet. Maybe it did. Let's take a look. It did run. All right, let's take a look. 6Z, 10 days. Boom. Ooh, now some. And there's 12 days, and then there's 13 days. So, not a lot of consistency, but it's just the GFS is just saying, hey, the pattern is there. We got, good thinking that we could have something. And again, time frame, here's Sunday. So it's very unlikely this is the following Sunday, not this weekend, the following Sunday. So very unlikely any of this stuff. But if you're going down to Cancun and stuff, it could be wet the following weekend. So that's that. And, very curious what we got going on. So not worried about anything. Just, hey, that could be our next spot. Another cool graphic I like here. The 6Z Euro has not run yet, but we can look at this one here. This one's got more of, we can look at more lows. Let's go 12. So, if you're worried about strength, let's say, this is a great map. 993, 994, 997, 982, 998, 992, 993. So, 979. So most of them are hovering around, nothing. I don't like to say only tropical storm, but nothing's showing up like 920 millibar. So again, we're not talking about a major hurricane here. We're talking about early seasonal tropical storm, juicy maybe maybe hurricane. Maybe we don't know. But I like to look at the pressures and say there's a majority of them are hovering around 990. So that's just a look into the future that the conditions are hanging on more of a weaker storm versus strong storm. Look at that, I got spaghetti-o. So Euro's trending this way. All right, and let's take another look at another model here. I like this one here. This one combines a few of them here. Let's take a look. That's only 6Z. We have to go back to 00Z. And still 10 days out, so. But anyway, there's that. So aliens. Oh, we're talking about spinach juice and aliens. I love it. Oh, look at I see aliens. I don't see real ones. So yeah, fishing northern Gulf should be fine, Amanda. I do believe. Now, as far as normal weather, we can't go that far out as far as that. Let me take a look. This is just a quick snapshot. Remember the windy side. A lot of people use the windy app. Windy is just another version of a way to look at the Euro and GFS. So the windy defaults to Euro, and then you got to click GFS. But as far as weather patterns go, it doesn't look like we have anything brewing the following weekend. All that we're watching is going to be down here. So yeah, a little quick to look, but there's really no weather showing up to worry for the following weekend northern Gulf yet. So that's good. Look at this here too. Let's look at a couple. Oh, we never looked at the rest of the models. Let's look at Let's look at the Euro. Let's just take a quick look. Let's just leave it open on the big screen because we'll see if there's any other areas. Here's Tropical Tidbits again. Levi's site. You can support them up here. Click donate. Become a patron. I'm a patron. And here's that low pressure juice this weekend. And then we're going to gradually just watch this area for the following weekend. And there you go. So little development here, little, just general lowering pressure. Nothing confident yet to freak out about. That's good. I'm not really sure what that is. I ain't worried about that. CMC. Now, the CMC did show this in 10 days, popping up. So that's a little something, to keep in the back of your mind. CMC showing a crossover. It's not uncommon to see energy pull up north. It's happened before. I think it happened last year too. And the icon starting to slowly show this low pressure. So yeah, that's all we got. That's all we got. We got nothing else to talk about. I'm not gonna freak everybody out on that. So that's just What's up, Telford? How's it going? So yeah, you'll be in Houston. That's good. So again, it's it's the season, and this is and listen, I get a lot of people ask me about crossovers. So crossovers, if the storm maintains its core, meaning like low pressure and convection, it'll maintain that name. So if a Pacific storm crosses into the Atlantic, into the Gulf, then if it doesn't dissipate, it'll remain that same name. If the remnants, I love that word, remnants. if Robert wants dry weather 19th through 24th, well, you just got to keep an eye on this. It's the time. It's the time of the year. That might be that's past this. So usually we get these breaks, little break, something. So you might be in that break after this, if anything happens. But anyway, so if the storm dissipates and you just had the remnants, few clouds, maybe the low-level swirl but no convection, it would take on a new name. So it all depends if it maintains its structure, if it crosses over, whether or not it keeps the same name. So that that's it. So let's see. Well, what are the Pacific names? Let me see here. Let's go take a look at Pacific. See, right now you got Blanca. Not really sure where the names are. Let's see. 2021 Pacific hurricane names. Let's see what the next name is after Blanca. It's Carlos. So we could have to do a recall on all of our Bring It On shirts. Because if the CNC is right, we could have Carlos possibly crossing over Central America. It's really mountainous down there. But if it maintained, it would be Carlos. We'd have Carlos crossing the border. So, hey, we got somebody from Tiki's in Colorado. Looks like you're drinking a cup of coffee, Tiki, or something. Or I can't really tell. But hey, yep, Houston's got rain. Hate to see it. Pacific Hurricane Elite. That's a good question. I don't think so. I don't think Florida's ever been hit by a Pacific hurricane. So there you go. Let's look at Climo. Oh no, I want to show CSU. All right, so Philip Klotzbach. Hope that's his name. He's a big dog at CSU. So they you know, a lot of people give him crap about this, but they do updated hurricane predictions throughout the year. Yesterday they did one. So they're sticking pretty much to their same. I don't even know what they predicted last time, but there's your averages, and listen, the averages are updated this year because they do a 30-year running of averages for all weather, and because we got a new year, 2021, all the averages now include 1991 to 2020. So the averages. So the averages have increased. So hurricanes have slowly increased the last 30 years. So anyway, this depicts the new 30-year average. I don't think that when they did the early prediction last time, I think it did the 81 to 2010 average. So the 91 to 2020 average is a little bit more. But anyway, 18 storms including Ana. So everything's a little higher. Not much higher. 8, just one more hurricane. So, but listen, whatever. It only takes one. It's but the conditions are there. And why is he saying that? Well, here you go. Because one of the factors is that El Nino is not predicted to be a factor. La Nina is increasingly toward the end of the season, which means less shear in the Atlantic. So that's one of the reasons for a little higher average season is because we have less chance for El Nino. No Chris Farley. La Nina. And also they're talking about water temperatures. The subtropical Atlantic is much warmer than normal. So here's your subtropical area, and it is warm. This is almost average. But that, this is August, September, October. This is where we watch here. Later in the season, October and November, we watch more here. Like that. So early season stuff, middle season here, not early season. Typically, like anything over here starts end of July, August, September. So that's why this water is important, because that depicts how much activity we'll see in the Atlantic for the Cape Verde season. Verde. I met somebody. There's a waitress at Chili's. Imagine that, Chili's. That was born on the islands, Cape Verde Islands, and she told me all these stories about the islands and the weather coming off of Africa. It was really cool. So, anything else we can yak about before I lose everybody? Big thanks to ABC, Fine Wine and Spirit, Sean over there, big fans of our page, all the big dogs. I wanted to bring out Bobby's page. She's a Facebook supporter. So if you like to read stuff, I have her link right here. Take a look at Hurricane Harbor, and she posts almost every day. Who keeps messaging me? Oh, yeah, it's a good question. Lisa Allen asked about Sal. So good job, Shelly. We'll talk about Sal. But anyway, Hurricane Harbor, Bobby, I don't know if she's watching. There's Bobby. So that's sharing your site, Bobby. You got to do an article. I just said you did one every day. Look, she's got posts all the way back to June 2004. So she started when I did. We got something in common, Bobby. Look at that. I started my page in 2004. You started blogging in 2004. Ooh, we're like aliens. We're synced. We're synced. All right, Sal. Sal's really cool. Man, let's see if I can find it. There's an article. Shay Gibson, my buddy. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. He did a great. Here we go. So this is. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, so here's part 1. So I need to share this. Well, I can share it. I can go over here to the chat. Look, man, look at it. Man, that's just like this is like psychic stuff. I'm talking live in a camera, and then I just shared something at the same time. So anyway, so very in depth. Oh my God. I mean, he goes into it. Crazy. They call it the tongue of the Saharan desert. Look at that. Look at this image. Big tongue. But all right, Sal in a nutshell. Sal, Saharan air layer. Okay, we get dust that blows in off of Africa, believe it or not, and you can see it in the satellite. That's dust in the atmosphere. Dust from the deserts of Africa, and you get plumes of it. And there's prediction. There's I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna get this off my chest. I gotta tell you, then I'm gonna show you. But there's plumes of dust. It kind of spits it out at different times. It's not a constant thing. Well, if you get a tropical wave in at the same time, then there's a greater likelihood that that wave is going to ingest dry air. And basically, Sal it prevents a moist middle atmosphere. Middle atmosphere humidity is huge for storms. You got to have moisture in the air. This is mid-level, and it basically dries up the atmosphere. It's just a nature's way of drying up the atmosphere, and it helps prevent storms. So many times you'll see a storm, the counterclockwise flow will basically suck in the dust, dry air, and inject it in the center of a storm, and that helps dry up a system. And we can get it can happen all the way down in the Caribbean and the Gulf sometimes. So this is, if a system injects itself with dry air, it almost implodes sometimes, and it's just crazy. But sometimes a storm will maintain its moisture field and not be really affected. So it's not the end all with a storm, but it is a big factor in limiting early development on storms. So the Sal usually rides north of the monsoon trough, where we get all these little Cape Verde storms. It's just a matter, like I said, there's times that we get a lot of Sal outbreak. Like early in the season, there's a lot of Sal. And I got a bunch of good links on it. Like I said, early season Sal is very common. It's because we don't even get systems out that way, so it's not that big a deal really. But it's later in the season, and this is a map that combines dry air and Sal. But you can this is basically just telling you that the middle, the Atlantic's dry right now. Lots of dry air, lots of dust, and you can get some real satellite imagery here. You can almost see it on satellite. This is a good map. The Knoll School site actually has a map, and you'll see that big plume here. This shows you dust particles in the air, and you can see it, here. All this is coming out eventually, and there's model maps that I don't know if they're free or not, but on this one site that I gotta find it now. This will be interesting. Golly, I can't remember. Oh, let me see. I think it was Euro. I don't even remember who did it. I'm gonna have to refresh myself. Darn it. Golly. Now I'm going to have to. Oh, maybe it's right here. Never mind. It's right here. It's flashback. I haven't done it in a year, so it's there. It is. Cam's dust. Tropical Atlantic, and there we go. So this is the map you'll see people share a lot. This is a predictor of, and this is really neat because you can see that the progression of the dust coming in off Africa. This only goes out 40 hours, but it's a forecast map, and you use it during the season when we're watching tropical waves, and when you get to bigger storms, it could be riding ahead of the sow, or the storm could be going faster than the sow and catch up to sow. So it's neat. Like I said, big storms like Irma and stuff, it didn't affect it. They make their own moisture field, kind of like a force field. So anyway, hope it made sense. It's dust from Africa, and it dries. In a nutshell, sow is dust from Africa that dries up the middle atmosphere, preventing it to hopefully prevent tropical development. So anyway, there you go. How about that big run-on sentence? Anyway, anything else? David, I don't know, but it's interesting. We have a lot of fans in the Caribbean here, Puerto Rico, and they send pictures in, and it makes incredible sunsets. Sal definitely. I mean, it definitely makes its way over to the Gulf and southern Florida. And it could definitely make hazy skies. It can, people, they have air quality alerts in the Caribbean because of heavy sow. I mean, it actually gets on cars. It's like a layer. And they actually have to post air quality alerts because it's so thick. Crazy, right? Dust from Africa. Crazy. Anyway, we're all dust in the wind. Kansas. That's a cool song, isn't it? I'm a classic rock kind of guy. All right, anything else we can yak about? So it makes pretty sunsets. I took some cool sunset shots here tonight. We can go back to the weather site here. Let's go to Twitter and see anything on Twitter. So I don't know. We talked about a lot, right? Here's a map. Look at this. Who did this map? This is Adrian Linars. I don't know how to say his name. Brian McNulty. He's a weather guru. This is tracks. Look at that. That's pretty neat. 3 different tracks of major storms in the last few years. We had Dorian, which we all know very well. Matthew, that's where Shelley met Mike. Apparently, I talked to her all night. I didn't know it. I'm like, hey, you'll be all right. We were all watching Matthew ride the skirt. Man, it rode right along Florida, so neat little post there. I like these guys. So listen, the site, obviously, scroll about halfway down, and my Twitter feed, I love it. I love looking at my Twitter feed because, look, it's more information. See how I'm scrolling? Real simple. All weather. All weather. If you want the latest and greatest, all weather. All my favorite weather people are on there. I think he's on there. I hope he's on there. Anyway, all right. That's that. Look at that Dunkin' Donut. I just saw it. Darn it. Dunkin'. So I think today's free Dunkin' Donut Day. What did Dunkin' say? Let's go to Dunkin'. Dunkin' Donuts. Today, we're giving a free donut with any beverage purchase. So there you go. Oh, man. And Emily got this Dunkin' Coconut Refresher. Oh, my God. It tastes like... what the heck does it taste like? I forget. Like ice cream or something. But anyway, free donut. Get your free donut. Free donuts for everybody. National Donut Day. So, all right. We did good today. So, all right. So, we're about ready to wind it down. Still a little too far away in the tropics to get too worked up about it. So, don't worry. Just know that there's a chance. That's where we like to look. It's what's next. And, it's June. It's early. Everybody's reacting to my... All right, look at this. This is funny. So I shared this morning. This is Sarah. This is in 2000. I love Facebook memories. It's the best thing. Harold, you want to talk about temperatures? Yeah, we'll talk about temperatures. We got hundreds expected in the Dakotas. Yeah, up by your neck. Oh, thunderstorms in New York, Alex. Yes, we had a tornado up there yesterday too, I believe, in New York. But anyway, that was Sarah. pulled out all her diapers 2013. She's like, oh no. So yeah, storm wise, look at this. So we do have some storms again today. Look at that. We got developing thunderstorms again today. We showed that yesterday. And we got this heat. So the heat is hot up here, right? What does heat produce? Thunderstorms. So we got thunderstorm chance. I'm going to show you future radar too. But so we got a second round of storms developing today for the East Coast. Tomorrow, look how far north look at that. We got storms developing in Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. Now, do you know which one New Hampshire is in Vermont? I don't. It's one of those two. Yeah, so let's look at radar. Let's look at this 12Z. This 12Z. Does it go out? Let's see how many hours it goes out. Nah, it only goes out. All right, so let's go back to let's take a look at radar for the day. Or we can go 12Z now because it just ran United States. So let's look at radar, then we'll look at heat. So here's your 48-hour map here of the HRR. This is through today. So there's our storms in Louisiana, Texas. Here's our storms just leaving the coast here. They got another round developing later today, though. Here is 4 o'clock this afternoon. There's our thunderstorms developing. Now watch the flow. Everything's flowing northeast. So, coastal rains tonight in the West Coast. If you got any plans, West Coast looks pretty good. Rains, storms, more storms. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, a little bit of low. There's that upper level low spinning here by Texas. Look at that, and look at tomorrow. Look at that. Ugh. Look at all that juice down here coming up from the Gulf. Tropical juice tomorrow morning. So that's actually noon tomorrow. But all that rain coming up. And there's our storms tomorrow. Little pockets of storms here in the upper quarter of the U.S. That's because it's hot. That's a lot of juice. This is into Sunday morning. So Mississippi. So it's Texas today, Texas tomorrow, Louisiana tomorrow, and then Louisiana, Mississippi. Vermont's shaped like a V. That's how I got through college and school, is associate things. That's the only way I can ever remember anything. It's association. It's like Sarah. She really can't read yet, but she knows every dang logo on the planet. Like, she'll see Publix, she'll see Chick-fil-A, she'll see Dunkin' Donuts. I mean, a bazillion things Sarah can see. So it's kind of like reading, I was looking at temperatures for old Harold. I don't know if you're old or not. I didn't mean it like that. Old Harold. O-L with an apostrophe. Idaho. So let's take a look. This tropical tidbits temperature map. All right, so here's what we got. Look at this. It's going to be a hot one. Here's today. Look at this. All right, bam. So we got 90s already here. These are 90s. Watch this, though. It gets even hotter tomorrow. Almost the same tomorrow, I guess. This is Saturday. Now, Sunday was the day it really got hot. Let's see. Did it back down a little bit? Oh, that's Sunday. It's next week. Wednesday is the day that I showed yesterday. Let's see what Wednesday forecast is. Back down a little bit. 97, though. Here's Wednesday. So there you go, 97. Look at that in South Dakota, 97. It's gonna be hotter in South Dakota than Florida next Wednesday. Tell me that isn't screwed up. Hotter in South Dakota than Florida. Go figure. Do I call myself a storm chaser? Why chase storms? Oh, that's a good question, David. I don't know. The whole purpose of last year was we got to meet, our first trip was we got to meet Blake and the crew from Lodging Solutions, which was an amazing trip. And this year we're going to be doing post-storm stuff. Now, last year with Ada, a lot of my video was used in a lot of local governments needed the video for, documentation of our floods. So I got the drone now, getting the license. And then, we're planning on meeting up with Tammy Kent after a storm to see what they do, and then with OSR and Furman Generators is taught. So Furman came down and left one of their storm trailers here in Tampa, and their plan is that when there's a storm, they actually help the community with generator work and handing out supplies. So I don't know. I don't know what you call that. I'm going to chase it for sure. But afterwards, it's going to be more storm education. I don't know. Storm something or other. So anyway, so that's pretty cool. So all right, that's about it. Kansas. Weather media. Weather media. We are in. So Ron Lee, good question. We are basically in neutral right now. We are neutral Enzo pattern right now. No El Nino is predicted. Very low prediction for El Nino. La Nina could be coming back towards the end of the season and towards winter. But we're neutral right now. So, good question. Anything else? Remember, we're going to go see Dennis tomorrow. Dennis is doing a meet and greet. Our buddy Dennis. Dennis was one of the first big dogs to actually appreciate what we do here, and I really appreciate him. He supported our page a lot early on, and I love that. Weather educator. I like it, Trent. Well, yeah, I believe it. That's why we, listen, it all helps. I love it. I've done dozens of Great American Teach-ins and CAT conferences and seminars and local government hurricane expos and podcasts. I just got an email to do another podcast Tuesday. So yeah, I think it's cool. I get to share the love. Telford Googled it. We got 2 storms. Oh, look at that. That's weather chasing donkey. Weather safe. But anyway, everything's good. So what am I doing this week? So we got softball this weekend down at Eddie Seymour. They don't. Oh, David, I didn't know that. So I don't want to put Storm Chaser. Great. I got stickers that say Storm Chaser on my truck. That's not good. Eastlake. Yeah. So yesterday, we had Storm Skirt McMullen booth. Hey, did you hear about the big black bear remember this show, Gentle Ben? I watched it every day as a kid. Look at this. There's me. Look at it all. Remember this show? I loved it. I love Gentle Ben and I love Flipper. I'm not going to Kansas, Shelly. So we got a bear on the loose here in Oldsmar. And they had the helicopters out yesterday searching for it. They had to close Philippi Park. There's a bear on the loose. Call Ben. Remember Flipper? Flipper is another one with an animal show. I love Flipper. It was all in the 50s too, man. It was so cool back then, man. I probably wouldn't even remember one right now. I remember the dolphin talked. Remember? So, we talked about this before. Our kids live on their phones, right? And as a parent, you get pissed off because they're on their phones 24/7. But then I look back at 80s TV shows, right? And I'm like, I must have spent my whole youth watching TV shows. Because Alf, look at this, Love Boat, look at this. I mean, Three's Company, Chips, Fall Guy, Silver Spoon. Here, look at this. I mean, Cosby Show, Facts of Life. I mean, come on, all these shows. What was the one there with the maid? I don't remember that one. I watch that one all the time. Family Ties, Growing Pains. Jeez. So we, Dukes of Hazzards. I can't remember. I remember the Great American Hero guy, Different Strokes. I watched all them. Morgan Mindy. It's like, did I only watch TV as a kid? Full House. I watched that. I mean, all these shows I watched growing up. Alf. I remember Alf. So I can't get too hard on our kids because we must have spent a lot of time in front of the boob tube. Even this show Alice, I don't even want to watch that one. It's like, God, I must have. You guys know what I'm talking about. We watched a lot of TV back then. So can't get too hard on the kids because we spent a lot of time watching sitcoms. So Who's the Boss? That was the one. Friday night was Dukes of Hazzard. I used to love that. Chips, I was a huge Chips nut, man. I still would watch Chips today. Price is Right. I watch Price is Right. There's Knight Rider. Oh my God, I love the Knight Rider. What else we got? Yeah, so I had to remind myself. There's Fall Guy. I had to remind myself when I get mad at Emily that we did the same thing. So anyway, that's enough. And cartoons. God, remember waking up Looney Tunes in the morning? I loved it. My mom would go get me a chocolate eclair. I used to love it, man. A chocolate donut day, and we used to watch Looney Tunes. And I used to get so excited because they'd come in segments. You know, I really wasn't a Little Rascals fan, but they would be a Little Rascals skit, and I'd be like bummed out, like, oh, I can't wait for the next one. So anyway, that's it. Well, we talked a lot about weather, so here's the deal. So we're gonna just keep watching that pattern, and no stressing. Just that's it. That's what we're gonna do. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh God! And then Emily used to watch SpongeBob. Jesus, I think Nickelodeon had SpongeBob on like 30 hours a day. Elmer Fudd. All right. Well, thanks for all your support, guys. Really appreciate it. You know, we got our Facebook supporters. Really do a lot. We appreciate it. Sign up. Helps the page a lot. And all the great fans out there, the page. You guys make it great. We got a good little thing. A lot of great people on our page that share information and help each other and communicate and talk. It's a good place to go. If you are a Facebook supporter, make sure you join our little community supporter page. You want to meet some great people. And then we got Jim Olson here. Just shared this today. Check that out. Our buddy Jim Olson always posts some amazing photos. That was last night, Thursday, June the 3rd here in Pinellas County. But there's our supporter page. Sheila constantly helping everybody out. So it's really good. Good stuff. Look at that. People sharing stuff. That's great. All right, cool. Well, listen, so we got, I hate to be a Monday, Friday kind of guy, but that's what we do. And, we might do a special video if anything changes. So just stay tuned. But I'll be posting as normal. And, we'll do a little be back at it Monday for the Daily Brew. The Daily Brew, brought to you by AVZ Fine Wine Spirit Studio. Okay. Have a great day. Happy Friday. Cheers. Thank you, Margaret. Appreciate that. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you, Ashley Nagel. Appreciate it. See what you guys are saying, then I'll say goodbye. I got to brag about Emily. Emily got 3.9 on her GPA. That's weighted. 3.5 unweighted. Last day of school today. She made it. She survived through high school. She got her first kind of little sponsor too, man, for softball. I got to brag about that. So big shout out to I hardly even know how to use this, but Dugout Gals sent Emily some shirts, and they did a nice little post actually about Emily right here. Look at that. So sporting one of our Dugout Gals shirts. She's one to watch. So thank you, Dugout Gals, for noticing Emily. I know you guys follow her on YouTube too, so that's great. So we're playing softball this weekend. So we'll see how that goes, right? All right. So we'll see y'all. Have a good one. Be good. Bye.